Our next presenter, beyond the work she actually does in the world, has some pretty amazing artistic abilities that run in the blood of her family. I actually connected with her son, Ace, who is a massive rap fan and actually an extremely talented performer and rapper himself. We have many times exchanged tracks back and forth. And his mom is no slouch, especially if you've been to Sardinia. Anybody here was in Sardinia? Anybody remember who won the dance competition between the speakers? And I don't just mean one. Is Christina Lacchiani in the room? I just want to, okay. Christina, plug your ears for a second. I don't just mean one, I mean like fucking obliterated the competition. She just like, there was things that she was doing that I was, okay, I mean, man, I don't know. I may have slipped her my number after, that's a whole different thing. Anyways, our next performer is an amazing, I said performer, see, because I'm so into seeing her do her thing. Our next presenter and performer is an incredible transformational speaker and coach. She was featured in The Secret. Anybody see The Secret? Yes. Of course. And she has this beautiful way that she mixes quantum physics and energy and all these ancient wisdoms and practices and techniques to coach and lead people that are billionaires and multimillionaires and celebrities and leaders. She is the coach of the leaders. The people that you look at and see as the biggest leaders in the world, she's the one coaching them behind the scenes so they can do those things. And so for all those reasons and so many more, I am so excited to welcome back to the A-Fest stage, Marie Diamond. So
welcome. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Oh, that's better. Oh, I'm so excited to be back on A-Fest, and thank you for the Mindvalley team to welcome me so beautifully and so warm, and to see so many of you. And I wanted to know how many of you have done the Feng Shui for Life quest. Yeah, that is not enough, right? So guys, go after this Mindvalley and check out the Feng Shui for Life. Today, I'm going to share about 5 steps to clear your relationships. And I was focusing on what I want to share today, and I was like, my whole life, I had to clear my relationships. I was born in Belgium, in a beautiful city called Bruges. Anyone has ever been visited that? Yes? But I was born in a family where the relationships were pretty tough. And before I was 7, I was in a very deep, difficult place already, where my father, who had post-traumatic stress from World War II, he actually had times that he was so depressed that he wanted to kill himself and kill his family. And so before the age of 7, he tried to kill me 3 times. And so I walked on the top of my toes my whole childhood. So, of course, that created a lot of issues for me to even have friends, because I was afraid day and night in my life. And so by the age of 15, you can imagine, I had no friends. And as I was so afraid at home, what did I attract at school? I attracted bullies that beat me up. And every day I would go to school with my bike, praying and being afraid, but praying to be protected. But when I arrived, I knew it was going to be really tough. So by the age of 15, I had no relationships. Perhaps with myself a little bit, because I'd started meditating when I was 7, and I was blessed by having a spiritual teacher at that time coming to me that taught me a meditation that I'm going to share with you today. But you can imagine, I was not in a good place when I was really ready to go. I wanted to leave the planet. And at 15, that was my focus, or I flip to the good side of life, or I die. That was my big question. And so at 15, I had an accident. I was run over by a truck. And I died. Literally, they put a blanket over me. I was gone. But somehow, it was not the end of the story. And somebody ran to my mom's home that was like literally 500 meters from the place where I had the accident. And literally, at that moment, she came, she started screaming at the ambulance guys, saying, "You have to revive her." Yeah, I was 15. And I was floating above my body, thinking, this is so great. Yeah, because like, I'm going home. I don't have to be in this place anymore. I don't have to be afraid anymore because I felt so at peace. And then I was in the ambulance and I saw my mother in the ambulance. I'm thinking, what is she doing here? Because I came home by myself with the bike and I was like, she was not with me. And then my focus went to this ambulance guy that had curly blonde hair. And I remember thinking, floating above my body, like, my God, he's so cute. Right? So I was like, oh, do I stay? Do I, like, you know? Right? And at that moment, I was like, no, I need to go. So I left over all these dimensions and I arrived on the other side. And there was these beings of light there. And this one voice, the being in the middle, said to me, you have to go back. I was like, really? To what? He said, you're here to enlighten more than 500 million people. You have to go back. And I said, yes. I was like, I still remember thinking, why the heck do I say yes? Right? But I went back, and so a few days later I came out of coma. And at that moment, I was like, what do I do? What does that mean? Enlightening more than 500 million people. What is that word, enlightening? Coming from a Catholic background, that was not a word I knew in my vocabulary. And then they told me that literally I did have to have plastic surgery because my face was ripped off. And they were saying like, we'll need to put, skin from your thighs on your face. And I said to my mom, stop. I refuse. Don't sign this. And she said, but Marie, look at the mirror. And I looked really like a monster. I'm like, no, Mom, I'm going to heal myself. You have to understand, as a Catholic, you don't heal yourself. Jesus heals you. Mother Mary heals you, but the angels, but not yourself. And I was just very clear, like, I'm going to heal myself. So for 2 weeks, I put my hands on my face and I said, like, if I'm here to heal and enlighten people, I need to have a kind of a good-looking face. So I healed myself, and 2 weeks later, I went back to school with a beautiful face. My skin had totally restored. Still today, people tell me, you look so amazing. I'm almost 60, yeah? But I have a face that is 15 years younger. Right? So, but at 15, I was like, oh my God, I cannot go back in that space where I'm afraid of going back home. I was like, I'm in the hospital, but now I have to go back to a place where I'm afraid to go back in to see my father, because he was not only somebody that, I was afraid of, I also had found out that he was a sexual predator. And I was afraid that he would attack me and abuse me. So I was like, where do I go to? But then I knew, I was like, I'm here to enlighten more than 500 million people. And I was just praying to God, show me how. That was my prayer every day in the morning. Still today, that's my first prayer every morning. But before to do that, I had to be able to clear my relationships. I had to clear what I had with him. I had to clear my fear to go to school. to see the bullies again that would beat me up again. So I was like, I need help. I need urgent help. And so that is exactly what happened. I asked my spiritual teacher that came by, and I said to him, what do I need to do? He said, well, the first thing you need to do is, because I was already doing meditation since I was 7. I was already aware of the law of attraction, but I was like, I need something practical, right? He said, you need better feng shui. I'm like, what's that? Remember, Belgian Catholic family, right? And I'm like, he said, well, it's your environment. You're in the wrong place. Now, I could move out of my home, but I could move out of my bedroom. So I asked my parents if I could move into the bedroom of my brothers that had a really great time. They had fun, they had parties, they had friends coming over, and I'm like, what's the difference? So they moved out, and I moved into their bedroom, and I changed it with the colors. I changed it with putting things around me that were uplifting, that were about relationships, images of romance, images of friends, and I did not have the money to buy posters, so I painted everything. Remember in The Secret I talk about this guy that I asked him to paint his romance? Well, that started with me. I painted, I literally, and I'm not a great designer, but I just painted something. And I hang it around me. And within 2 weeks, I had my first boyfriend. And I have to be honest, he was cuter than the guy in the ambulance. And suddenly, the bullies stopped bullying me. And they became friendly. And even some of them later on became my best friends. But on top of it, the relationship with my father changed. He and I, perhaps he became aware that he almost lost me. That could be helpful. But at the same time, he's become friendly, and we had the most amazing conversations. And I started understanding what was going on, and my fear left. And what happened is the last 10 years of his life, from my 15 till my 25, we had a pretty decent relationship. I was still afraid, and I still hated him. Yeah, but it was kind of normal. And I was like, wow. So I want to share with you some of the things I did to clear my relationships. Are you up for that? Yes. Okay. So apparently this is moving. So I already shared. I'm here to enlighten more than 500 million people. I already shared a little bit of my story. So I started studying feng shui in dowsing at 15. But at that time, of course, you never think about this is going to be a professional experience. So I thought, like, if I want to enlighten more than 500 million people, I have to become a diplomat or a politician. So I studied law, international law. But after 5 years in the corporate world and in the governmental world, I said, I need to change this. So I started teaching meditation and feng shui at the age of 31. So starting really connecting with that. And then I moved to America, and I had on my vision board, I am here to enlighten more than 500 million people. And I thought, like, how can I do that? Well, I'm in America, close to Hollywood, a movie. Okay, I am going to be in a movie, seen by millions of people. I will transform the world. And guess what? 2 years later, I'm in The Secret. That has reached more than 500 million people. Check, done, right? So, and then of course, I was asked by Vision to be author of Mindvalley, so the numbers keep growing, right? And so I have worked with people like Steven Spielberg, Paula Abdul, Big Sean, Jodie Foster, Jason Bateman, that's very well known for Ozark right now. So, and here are some of the mentors I have mentored. And of course, we have our own Vision there present. So step one, what did I have to do? What do you need to do? Is to have a clear field to get out of your ego and align with your soul. Because at 15, I was not aligned with my soul. I was in fear. I was in my ego. And how many of you are in fear sometimes in your relationships? Yeah. And how do you do that? How do you shift that? Well, I start practicing this meditation called the Tubes of Light meditation, and I want you to do that now with me. If you're open for it, I invite you to close your eyes. It's a 5-minute. Put your feet next to each other, if you can. Straight your back. Relax your shoulders. And take a deep breath in, and take a deep breath out. And as you are breathing in, visualize you're connecting in with the energy of the universe. And visualize it as crystal white light filling your whole body, from your head till your feet. And the crystal white light comes in and clears out any blockages you might hold on. And feel that light going to the earth. Ground yourself. And then feel that light expand into your aura field, an arm length around you. Just imagine you're just here by yourself on the chair, and there's nobody around you, and you can just show that light all around you. And you're clearing the emotional and mental blockages that you might have right now about relationship. Put that intention out. And take a deep breath in and let them go. And make some noise, make some wind. Breathe in and let go. One more time, come on. Breathe in and let go. Amazing. Now you have created a clear field. So your soul energy is coming in. Now we protect that by the color royal blue. And the royal blue is the color for power and protection of the universe. So imagine around this tube of white light, you have a royal blue tube of light all around you and under your feet. And it's like a filter. All that is good can come to you. All that is less than good stays outside of that tube of royal blue energy. Anything that is positive from you goes out. Everything that is negative stays with you and helps you to remember how to change it and to shift it. And you can say now, I am the power of the universe within me and around me. Together. I am the power of the universe within me and around me. And accept that. You have the creative power to change your life, to change your relationships. Accept that deep within yourself. And then we're visualizing the rose light coming all around you. And the rose stands for the unconditional love and support in the universe. And the universe has always your back. And the universe expresses itself through the people that love you, that support you. Through the spiritual beings, God, the universe, angels, masters, guides, ancestors that support and love you. And visualize that rose light all around you and under your feet, connecting with the love of the earth below you. I am the love of the universe within me and around me together. I am the love of the universe within me and around me. Accept that you're loved, that you're supported by so many, with the whole Mindvalley tribe, with all the teachers and coaches, all your family, your children, grandchildren, your friends. They all love and support you. Accept it. And then visualize from under your feet, from deep within the earth, violet light coming up through your whole body and aura field, swinging clockwise till above your head into the universe. And the violet light stands for the forgiveness, the letting go of all your karmic, subconscious, ancestral, old programs, beliefs about relationships. And visualize that. And give yourself permission to let it go, to forgive it. To forgive yourself, to forgive others for the relationships that you have created and co-created. I am the forgiveness of the universe within me and around me together. I am the forgiveness of the universe within me and around me. And accept that you are clearing that now. It starts to clear. Even if you don't know yet how to forgive, allow it. And then visualize. You have like a magical hat on. And that magical hat is an arm length above your head. And the top of that magical hat is like a bright white light. I call it the quantum point. It's the access to your soul. And as you're focusing there, just imagine you're like a lighthouse. And that light is now shining out and sent it out to everyone in your family, to everyone in your team, to everyone here in A-Fest. Send it out to the world and say, I am connecting with you with my soul. From now on, I have relationships from my soul. Take a deep breath in. And as you're sending that light out, receive the light back. Attract, allow relationships from your soul. And people coming to you that are soul alike. Same vibrations or higher. And take a deep breath in and out. Then bring your hands together, move your hands, bring your warm hands in front of your eyes and gently open your eyes. Okay. Beautiful. So you just have started to align, to clear your energy and to align with your soul. Step 2, respect for yourself and for each other. I had to learn that I was not respecting myself and I was not respecting the people around me. But I had no tools how to do this because my family was not showing that to me. And so I had to learn some Feng Shui steps for that. And the first part is how you position yourself. So I changed my room around. And I was actually facing the wall as I was working on my little tiny desk for school. When you are sitting with your face towards the wall and the back is open and you don't see the door, but unfortunately you're not in a good position, all of you right now, but I am. You're actually going automatically in beta brainwaves. When you're in beta, you actually are more stressed, less focused, fearful, and problem focused. And guess what I was? I was so stressed, I had a hard time to focus in school, I was so afraid. How many of you are sitting like this at home, in an office? Yeah? Right? So first thing is change yourself around. Yeah? Position yourself focusing on the future. It's easier to let go of the problems and traumas of the past and to open to more positive and new relationships. Because you create automatically alpha brainwaves when you're looking this way. You're calmer. You're creative and solution-driven. Can you imagine somebody sitting, I want to go back and it doesn't work, okay. So somebody is going and take you out to a restaurant. And you see the left side, and the door is behind the lady. How do you think this lady will feel in that relationship? Or if they sit on the right side where they both see the door, they both see people coming in. How do you think the relationship will work? The conversation will work better, you think, in the first picture or the second picture? Who will dominate the conversation, the man or the woman? The man, yeah? So just practice this as you have wonderful connections here, yeah? Make sure you always see the incoming flow. So I'm standing here right now, I see the incoming flow. But anytime you have conversations, always make sure that nobody is with their back to the door. You will be so much better in creating new connections. Very simple. In your office, you see the left picture, the woman is sitting in a cubicle, and everybody is passing her back. That was what happened to me when I did my first job. And guess who was all the time passing behind me? My manager, the other team members. They didn't pay attention to me. And I was like, I need to change this. So I found another desk, put a desk in front of me, and created such a space that I could see everybody. I could see the door, I could see the manager, I could see the people from the team. And guess who took over her job 6 months later? I did. Yeah, because I suddenly become in a power position. Yeah, so I would like to have a volunteer who would like to come up, a man. You were the first. Please come up very quickly. Yeah, because I want to show you with muscle testing how it affects you immediately. So, dear lady, what is your name? Adora. Adora. She's perfect. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. Okay. So just imagine, right, that you are on a desk, right, and you're sitting like this. This is the wall. I'm doing muscle testing. Put your arm up. Push up as hard as you can. Okay? Your name is Aurora?
Adora.
Adora. Oh my God, it's even better. Adora, go up, push up. Okay, you're strong. You feel that? Is your name Vishen? No, she's not Vishen, right? So her brain says to her body, that is a lie. Yeah. Okay, so face that direction and think about good relationships. Push as hard as you can. She tries really hard. I just push with one finger, right? So turn around now. Yeah? So think about good relationships and push as hard as you can. See? I can keep pushing. She's not moving an inch. Yeah? All right. She is a super powerful woman. Thank you so much, Adora. Yeah? So this is something you can try out with each other. Yeah? Of course, you can go to a restaurant with your beloved and say, let me check if I'm in the best place right now. So this is what I did. I started always sitting in a power position. And when I had conversations with my father, I made sure at the kitchen table, I was sitting in a power position. And he was sitting, with the back to the door. So I was like, he was a very strong man, so I needed some extra support there. But later on, I was like, no, I want to have a really good connection with him. So I always said to Dad, why don't you sit there when we talk? And we start opening up. And he started sharing about his traumas and all the problems he went through during World War II. And I was like, I start getting what this man is so disturbed sometimes. Yeah, he's really in trauma. He has a hard time connecting. Yeah. So what happened is that I saw it was more respect. I respected him and he respected me. I didn't love him yet, but we come to that. Yeah. So when you're at your desk, in a meeting in a restaurant, in your living room, at your dining room table, waking up, sitting up in your bed, you want to see the door, yeah? When you're standing and negotiating with others, especially with your children, very good to do this. Step 3, align yourself with the universe. So I already had respect, but I was like, I was still not moving forward, yeah, with having the right relationship. So I needed some extra feng shui tips. And to do that, for each one of you, you need to find your energy number. So in feng shui, there are 9 numbers. And I'm going to show you how to do this, if that opens up. So you can actually go to my app, and you can, this is for the iPhone, yeah, but there's also an app store. So you can actually download the free app, yeah. And the free app will ask you to put in your birthday and your birth gender. The gender is connected with the DNA. And so when you put that in, you will actually get a number between 1 and 9. And literally then you will get a compass. And you'll see this compass is there. You see there's some empty spaces in the compass, and that means these directions are not good for you. But there's some other directions that are really amazing for you. And these are 4 compass directions. But one of them is a relationship direction. I'm very excited because I'm actually facing my relationship direction today. So I'm facing the right way. So this is how you can find out, and we're going to do that together. Yeah, you can then, let me go back, okay. So I want to try that out with somebody. So another volunteer? Yes, you were the first. Come on, please give her a round of applause. She doesn't know yet. I need to know her birthday. Okay, so you are? Okay, let me see. So I need to know your birthday. So what is your birthday?
November 3rd.
November. She said it quietly, you know. Yeah, November 3rd. Okay, the year. You can whisper that one to me. 1970. Okay, all right. So let me go there.
She says it out loud. Yeah, 1970.
Is correct?
Yes.
Yeah, confirm. Female. Okay. Calculate and share. So she is number 3. She's a bringer of light. Yeah. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't she looking like this? Right? Yes. So what does that mean? It means that her relationship direction is actually southeast. It's actually a great year for networking for you, by the way, and for romance, in case you need it.
I'm open for romance.
Yes, I can feel that. So, so let me go to this app. And so looking at where is southeast for you, southeast for you is actually that area over there. Yeah? I want to go back in the slide. Yes. Okay. So in that corner, so in that space here, if this would be her bedroom, if this would be her office, if this would be her living room, she needs to align with the universe by placing things in that area connected in with romance. Or,
like a man?
Yes, but not a single man, yeah? A couple, yeah? Whatever that couple is for you, okay. Yeah? Especially in your bedroom. And so that is one of the things we're going to focus on. So the southeast for you, for somebody else it can be the north, for somebody else it can be the southwest. It depends. What is your birthday? Yeah? So thank you. Give her a round of applause. Yeah? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to clear your relationship direction. I found out that my relationship direction literally was the place where my closet was. And in the closet was a lot of old stuff, that I just pushed in there, right? There were my old toys. So can you imagine when you have a closet there full of junk and full of old stuff, that this is not good for your relationship. So the first thing you're going to do is always declutter the relationship direction in your office, yeah, for your work, because then you attract better team, yeah, more clients, more happy clients, yeah. So you always take the compass and you stand in the center of the space and you look on the compass. It indicates where is the relationship direction. So in the case of this beautiful lady, it would be in that corner. She always has to make that clean and keep it organized. Yeah. You also have to declutter your relationship direction in your bedroom. Because when you have there perhaps your sports equipment, perhaps you have there your garbage bin, you're actually saying to the universe, this is affecting me. And how is that affecting you? You can say, oh, it's just outside of me. It's not inside of me. I have been trained to only think about myself and to connect with myself and to connect with a positive mind and a good heart. Well, because in the law of attraction, there are 3 parts of the law of attraction. And the first part is your connection with the universe is what we call the spiritual good luck, and that is what you connect with through meditations, through prayers, through rituals. And I'm sure all of you are doing that. The second part of the law of attraction is actually connecting in with yourself, having positive mindset, having a positive behavior, gratitude, and taking action. And I'm sure all of you are doing that already, otherwise you would not be here in A-Fest. Yeah? You took action. You followed your intuition. But there's a third part to the law of attraction, and that is your environment. Because in the quantum physics field, it's not just you. Everything around you is part of that quantum physics field. And so your home is like a 3-dimensional vision board. How many of you have made a real vision board? Yes? But you haven't made your home to a vision board. Yeah? And so when you have clutter in your relationship direction and you have the wrong images there, you actually are giving images and messages constantly to yourself. If that's in your bedroom, if that's in your office, if that is in your living space, you actually are creating all the time the wrong messages because your subconscious mind picks up everything that is around you. Yeah? So that's the first thing you're going to do, hopefully when you come home, is you have the app. Yeah? Check out if it is free of clutter, your relationship direction. Yeah? And of course in the Feng Shui for Life Quest, we go much deeper into all of that. Step 5. Give time to your relationships. Yeah? Because after you have let go of the past and the clutter from the past, and tomorrow in the training we're going a little bit deeper into doing a lot of inner Feng Shui clearing on that. But the next step is giving time to your relationships. I didn't give time to my father for years. And I was like, oh, I need to really have some time because I started having dreams that he was not going to live that long. And it was like, I need every moment to be with him as much as I can. And I was right. At 25, I lost him. But how can I activate that? Well, in your living room, in your personal relationship direction, you have to put family pictures of your family. You can say, well, I have not a family, but perhaps you have a Mindvalley family. Right? Perhaps you're feeling I'm single, but I have a family from the past. So, or if you don't have that, put anything that resembles that image, even if it's symbolically. In your bedroom, you can put romance. I put one of my favorite pictures there, right? Dirty Dancing. Yeah? So anything that works for you, but no single images. Yeah? It has to be something that perhaps relates to your relationship. If you are with a partner, put a picture of your partner up in your relationship direction in your bedroom. If you don't have that, put 2 hearts up of the word love or look for something. But be careful what you place there. Some people say like, oh, I love the romance that Lady Diana had with Prince Charles. Wrong image. Yeah? Yeah? So be careful about that. Yeah? And in your workspace, put a team. Yeah? So this is, of course, a famous team, the Mindvalley team in Estonia. So that's actually a picture I have up in my relationship. Yes, Mindvalley team is in my relationship, in my workspace. Yeah? So look at the cluttering it and also adding the right things. Now, of course, I have also the globe up because I'm a global transformational teacher. I have students in more than 190 countries. So to connect with them, I have the globe up in my relationship direction. So every day I look at that globe and I spin it. And I'm like, I connect consciously with everyone that ever has met me, is meeting me now, and is meeting me in the future. Because I'm connecting with 500 million people. So how to do that? Spinning the globe. Yeah? So these are steps you can do. And then if you have partners with a different energy number, yeah, you can say, well, my husband is 9 and myself, I am 5. How does that work? Well, you just take the app and you check out for your partner, yeah? And you then say, well, I put a picture of both of us in my relationship direction in my bedroom, and I put a picture of my partner and me in his or her relationship direction, also in the bedroom. So there are 2 images out, yeah? And it can be the same, can be different, but always make sure they're current. Yeah? So I have people sometimes saying, well, I love my wedding picture. I said, great. When was that? 30 years ago. I'm sure you were very much in love at that time, yeah? But make it current, yeah? So at least that it's now. The universe reads always the time as it's now. So that's what I did. I put a picture up of me and my father in my relationship direction, and nonchalant, I put a picture of him and me in his bedroom up. Yeah, because I had a great relationship with my mother. She was an angel. She was the one that helped me survive through all this. But I put that picture up there, and so he opened up, I opened up, and so this is some of the tools I used. Now, let's go a little bit more in time. So every year there is a Chinese New Year. We are at this time in the Tiger Year. And based on that, there's also something that for everyone works to get relationships. So for 2022, you can actually place an amethyst and a globe, if you want a crystal globe, in the northeast area to enhance a long-term and new relationship. And you can even put a fountain there, but not in your bedroom. No fountains in the bedroom. Yeah, the living room, workspace. If you want to attract a lot of new clients, put in a fountain in the northeast. So you take the compass, stand in the center, you just take the app and see where is the northeast. Declutter the northeast for this year because there's a lot of new momentum happening there. If you also want to attract more networking and romance, this little lady, yeah, that needed southeast. So a blossoming orchid or a bamboo in the southeast works for everyone. These are specific things that work for everyone, and that will enhance your networking. Yeah. So these are some tips that you can work with to help. Now, what we're going to do also tomorrow in the training is we're going to go much deeper on the level of the inner feng shui. We're going to work on clearing the pain and the karma because of course there's so much more tools that I have used over the years to clear that energy. So that when I was 25, I was ready to really let go of all the pain that I had with my father. And a week before he died, and he had cancer, he thought I was a priest. And in his coma-related energy, he thought I was a priest, and he started confessing all his life to me. And I did not know half of what had happened in his life, and he told me everything. And I was like, oh my God. And I had to forgive him. And I was like, I have a week. I knew I had a week before he would die. I just knew intuitively. And I said, I have a week to come to terms for him, to forgive him the day that he dies. Because I didn't want to do it afterwards. I'm like, this is so crucial for me. So the whole week I was struggling. I was looking again at my feng shui. What can I do? I did all my work. I did deeper work that I'm going to share with you tomorrow. But what was really interesting was the night before he died, I was like, I'm ready. And I found out, because of all the things he shared with me, how many people he had abused, how many of my friends that never showed up, that started bullying me, he had molested. And I was like, okay, I need to forgive him, not just in my name, but in the name of all the women. So the last night before he died, I said to him, Dad, I forgive you. I forgive you for everything you have done to me. And I forgive you in the name of all the women that you ever have sexually abused. And he looked like 85 from the pain. And that moment, his face totally became peaceful. He was already in coma. And it was so beautiful, his face. His light started showing. I saw the soul of my father. And that's when I knew what I have done is working for myself and for him. So, thank you.